Okay, members, you're welcome. Here we're going to look at Microsoft Word, and it is better for us to have a Microsoft Word document open on our computer so that we can follow through with the one we have here. When you have any data, any words you've put in your Microsoft Word, like we have done here, I just needed to have an overview that one, in Microsoft Word, there we are dealing with words. Most importantly is to have first of all the basics of Microsoft Word, which basics are typing, but hopefully people can type in Microsoft Word here. Otherwise, just typing words, your space is the long bar. That's a backspace key that separates between the words. So I'm hoping that members can type. That's where we are beginning. That's why we are beginning with already a typed document here. So for now, we're going to make sure that we learn how to highlight and then be able to bold, underline, strike through. Okay. So for now, we are going to learn how to highlight. Highlighting. Is there anybody who knows how to highlight? How do you do it? I've put at the word click here. Then you shift. Someone is saying you place here at click. I want to highlight that word click. So I'm place. So one way is to shift, to hold the shift key. Then those keys that move we have button keys that move forward, backward on your keyboard, and upwards and down. Yeah. So we are clicking the one that moves forward. That one you're going word letter by letter, but you keep holding the shift key. The shift key is the key that has on the keyboard that has an arrow that is pointing upwards. Yes, some keyboards have the word shift on them. So when you come, for example, and click here where you are, and you want to use the keyboard and instead of the mouse, you shift the key and move forward. You press the shift key, keep holding it, and move forward or backward. Forward. When you overpress, it moves very fast.
Maybe the word is click, yes. Kakati it is you have selected this, you have pressed the button already.
Okay.
Just press.
Yeah. One person clicks there at the word click and then presses the shift key and moves forward.
Just press forward.
If you pass, you move backwards. I've passed, now I've gone to insert. I can keep pressing the backward key, the one pointing back, so that. But some people find it easy to use the mouse. The others who use the mouse, still you press instead that left key, and then run. For me, I'm using the laptop, so I'm sliding my finger forward. Sliding the finger forward and backwards also highlights. You've seen that. So if you have learned,
That you press the forward arrow key.
now that is highlighting. However, another way to highlight a word, a full word, you double click that word. It also highlights it. When you double click that word, it gets highlighted. So the quick one you have mastered, now you can highlight. Now, after highlighting, we are going to make this word bolded. Bolding the word means you're making it thick and
Different.
yes. So when you highlighted it up there, this is a toolbar. Yeah, the toolbar. This one up there, you'll see the word file, home, insert, design, layout, like that. So we start with the home. At home here is where you will see the word, the letter B, that stands for bold. Actually, when you go on it, it displays the full word bold there. So having highlighted the word I want to bold, for me I want to bold the word click. So I've highlighted it, then I've gone up here where there is the word point, where there is the letter B for bold, then I click bold. This one will become what? Bold. Yes. Stop. So we can see that the word click has been bolded. Actually, whenever you click in that word that is bolded, the other one which you clicked as bold indicates that that word is bolded by it keeps highlighting. When I click outside of it, the highlight goes away, meaning these areas are not bolded. I click in click, which is already bolded, it shows me here that is bolded. Elsewhere is not bolded, but here it's bolded. Now I would like you to bold the word elements.
You wanted to bold the word
Or you highlight any word that you have in your document and make it bolded. Have we been able to do that? You probably will.
But still.
That is bolding. Mm.
Home, insert, design, layout, references.
So we can highlight. After highlighting, italicize, that is italics. Mm. Yes. Mm.
With the eye.
Then the other alternative is to strike through. I want to come and strike through the word powerful. My word powerful here. I come here and strike through it. You see, powerful. This is the strike through. After highlighting, you strike through here. That is depends on now you who is striking through. What are you communicating? Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Usually, one can give you an example of a document he or she wants for you to come up with. Okay. And then you see some words are struck through, others are underlined, and one wants you to produce that very document as is. Usually, we can give you a support file that has these words,
Yes.
and then you format it the way it is. Otherwise, it can also be given to you to type it, but usually to reduce time, it is given to you as a support file. Mm. Mm. Usually, these questions here can guide you on what you need to do. For example, the person said apply bookmark old style as a font type to the entire document. Then you know that there is font. The font type is bookmark. So we have been able to bold, italicize, underline, strike through, and then these other ones you can explore them on yourself or by yourself. But these are subscripts, and this is superscript. Just to give you an example of what a subscript does, it's like writing and say B1, maybe this is B1 like that, and I want this one to be a subscript, then I would put it to be down there. But I highlight it to make it a subscript to come down. Comma. This one is not a subscript, so I remove subscript. But I then put B2. I highlight that too and say I want it to be a subscript. You see that? That is called subscripting. It's subscripting. You've seen people in primary school, in secondary school, that say, and they say P note, meaning pin note, which is P note, you put P note like that, P note. That's a subscript. The thing is making a subscript. Is a superscript. Yes. Superscript is like putting a power. Yeah. So this is a subscript. Okay. That if you want a superscript like power, x power 1, x1, that one you make it a superscript. It goes up. Instead of clicking the one for subscript, I've just clicked the one for superscript.
Superscript is wrong.
That is superscripted. When you see that what you, for example, as you continue, for it continues thinking that you are still in superscripts. Like you can write 20 there. But for it continues thinking you are in superscripts until you switch off superscript there, that it will go to normal. Are we flowing? Now that is superscripting.
Subscript is down, super is up.
So where you're writing, for example, third, and you write third like that, RD, that RD, you make it superscripted. The RD to be third on top.
Yes.
Usually Microsoft Word is now programmed to sense that that 3 and RD means third. So when you space, it puts it as a superscript automatically. But in case it has not gone there, then you just click for it to be superscripted or third.
Or just in case your intention, maybe you're doing some mathematical, chemical, or biological writing skill, it can have something to be called somewhere. When it is third, yes. The machine automatically takes it up as if it is third. So you still go up and switch off what you are saying. So it remains.
You highlight it and click and say I don't want it to be superscripted. I want it to be superscripted, I put it. If it goes there and you don't want it, you highlight and unsuperscript it by clicking there to remove the highlight. So superscripted it. That is how superscripting and subscripting work. Now we're going on another to what we call font
size.
Font nature. Font nature, it depends on what you want to do. Now for this case, I would like us to learn how to highlight a full line. We highlighted a word by, we said you can click shift and move the arrow key forward. That highlights letter by letter. Okay, but a person who wants to run speed can highlight the whole word at once by using the keyboard. For revision purposes, you can put Control the forward key. You highlight word by word. Sorry, that is shift forward key, highlights word by word. Is it letter by letter? It is letter by letter, not word by word. Shift, move forward, letter by letter. But shift control, when you hold the two keys, shift control at once, shift control at once, it highlights word by word. Are you seeing that? I'm saying shift control, when you hold the shift key and the control key at once and keep pressing them and move the arrow keys forward. Because you have pressed the down key and not the If you want to run word by word, shift control is what you hold to move word by word. It is a little faster. It's a little faster in highlighting what you want. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah.
So you're able to see that when you hold the two keys, the shift and the control key, it highlights word by word. When you unhold the control key, it highlights letter by letter. Yes, that is what happens. However, a person who is used to using the keyboard to using the mouse, you press the the left key and then slide forward. Usually people who type at higher speed avoid touching the mouse several times. Okay. Now the other way is to highlight the entire row. Like this one is the line. You're highlighting the entire line. Highlighting the entire line, you can press the
Arrow buttons.
the arrow keys.
Arrow keys.
Okay. Now the other way is now to make sure I highlight the entire line. To highlight the entire line with the keyboard, I press the shift key and the arrow key for looking downwards. Shift, look back. I got the beginning where I want. There, I'm at video, the word video. Then I press shift down, then down. If I've highlighted more, I can go upwards to unhighlight. Okay. Now, no one will tell you, please highlight and do this. When I tell you, change the font size of the entire document to this, it means for you to change, you have to have highlighted. So now that's why highlighting is very central. I would like to highlight the entire paragraph, this first paragraph. If you can highlight with your mouse, it's okay. If you can highlight with your keyboard, that is also okay. To highlight with your mouse, you still click where you want, and then this is called left clicking, then drag down. Okay, pull down up to there. So we have highlighted. We are now going to take action on the work we have highlighted. Change font size. Now here, where you see here is called font nature. For example, apply bookmark old style as font type. Others call it font nature, others font type. As font type to the first paragraph, for example. So I'm going to I've highlighted it, and I'm now clicking the font type. There's a drop down, this triangle, which drop down tells me if I'm to look for bookman old style, I'll go to bookman. Usually, if you are not seeing it here, these ones down there, all fonts down here, they are arranged in alphabetical order. So I can come on top here. Yes. Bookman old style. Because that is what you frequently use. You use, so if you want, for example, bookman old style, you see where when you click this drop down, it displays a list. If you are not, what you want is not among these around here, like bookman old style is not among them, then it is in this long list. This list continues down. That's why it has in the sides here a bar that tells you can slope down. In the sides there, you can slope down or on top. Okay, so I can slope down and look for book. Bookman all this time has now come. When you hover around all these, they keep changing, but I want to come to Bookman old style. And when I reach there, I click it. I'm going to press now, select it, and clicked it. So when you've selected it up here, it shows you that the font type is now Bookman old style. Are we there?
Yes.
Madam Kaiser, are you there?
The type of
So here we have highlighted the paragraph. Our paragraph that we've highlighted is that. You could also select your own paragraph according to the document you have. And then you can change NF to any font type you need. What you need is mostly, especially here, is to see that for you to take any action, especially to change the way words are placed and the way how they are, is to highlight them if you have already created those words. Yeah, you highlight them and then take action about them. Now, when you've highlighted, for example, the words we have here, it tells you that for me here, they are in the Bookman old style. But if I want to change the size of the font, the word font size means the size of the words or the size of the letters or whatever, even numbers. So if you want to change their size, for now, let me highlight the word video, only the word video. When I highlight it, it tells me that it is at font size 11 for mine here.
Yeah.
It keeps counting what's the size of the word. So if I want to increase its size from possibly 11 to be larger at 14, you see, it is at, for it is at 14. I put it at 14. Possibly let me put it at 24. You can see that it is larger. That's its size. I take it back to 14, reduces the size. So I've done it to the word video only, but if you want to do it to the entire paragraph, then you highlight the what? The entire paragraph. So for now, I've highlighted my paragraph. And now I want to take that paragraph to be at font 14. I highlight it and change font. Go to the drop down list and then select any font I want.
Why don't you? You select the paragraph first. Okay.